wise man once said, the will to win, the desire to succeed,
what takes guts is to put yourself on the line.
the urge to reach your full potential.
A leader makes the way.
These are the keys that will unlock the door to personal excellence. Success Resources is the world's leading events promoter of business, personal development, and wealth creation programs. For over 30 years, we've helped over 10 million people across 30 countries unlock their full potential. From North America, to Europe, to Africa, to Asia, to Oceania, we are the key to your personal success. We open the door to the world's best speakers, such as Anthony Robbins, Sir Richard Branson, Robert Kiyosaki, and T. Harv Eker, to name a few. Praised by Donald Trump for being the world's best, we have over 500 events a year and access to the greatest thinkers, achievers, and motivators of our time. We guide you to the success that lies in every one of us.
But you will not discover your greatness in your comfort zone.
You have to have confidence in yourself.
We have never really truly reached our destination. There's always another level to strive for. Your best is yet to come. Success Resources, your learning partners.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Monday again, the first day of the week. Welcome to episode 13 of the incredible journey of Bitcoin to 100,000. So last Friday, you can remember last Friday video, we mentioned to expect a bull run this week. But over the weekend, the crypto market plundered, not only the crypto market, Bitcoin and all the other coin, but globally, all the equity market fell. So what's happening? What are we expecting to see moving forward? So this is what we are going to discuss today. Now, we believe that Bitcoin is the best financial instrument for store of financial energy and best tool for preserving financial wealth. So secret to success is wake up early, work hard, and own Bitcoin. So once again, welcome to Bitcoin Journey to 100,000. My name is Richard Tan from Success Resources. We're the world leading education provider every week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. We stream live on Facebook and YouTube. We make videos tracking the incredible journey of Bitcoin to 100,000. So if this is something that you like to learn and follow this journey too, make sure you smash the channel below real quick and also inform your friend about this. Of course, click the notification bell so that whenever we have a video, you are the first to know. Now, I'm very delighted to bring my friend, Dr. Clemen Chiang, to the program. He's an authority in financial investing, well-known teacher to many thousands of students all over the world in the art of wealth creation. Welcome, Dr. Clemen.
Wow, Richard. We are back to Monday on the grind again. And we've gone through a fiery Thanksgiving weekend, kind of a market, kind of a crash. And then we are back here today. I'm so happy to be here. And welcome to everybody. And thank you, Richard, for having me.
Thank you, Dr. Clemen. Thank you, everybody, for joining this program. Now, last Friday, Dr. Clemen, we mentioned to expect a bull market, moving forward from Thanksgiving. But on weekend, the crypto market plundered, not only the crypto, but the global equity, all the financial index, etc. fell too. Now, question to you is, what happened? What caused the market to drop? Is there a concern? What's next? Please help us analyze this situation.
Wow, Richard, that's a heavy loaded question. And we're going to start off on Monday, understanding step one, what happened in the equity market. Step two, what's happening at WHO, World Health Organization. And step three, what's happening in the Bitcoin world. I'm going to switch my screen right now over and kind of give everybody a heads up. This is the barometer of the stock market, otherwise known as the Dow Jones Index, all right? Now, I'm going to just shift a little bit and shock everybody right now. Here we go. Dun, 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 dun. And straight away, all of you can see that this major drop on Friday, and last Friday was exactly on the what we call the half-day trading due to the Thanksgiving. Now, Thanksgiving Day was on Thursday. Friday, we only traded half of the market trading hours. And then after that, everyone break away for the Thanksgiving weekend. Now, this is a major, major drop, all right? Now, I'm going to just zoom in a little bit more here and going to give everybody three very distinct signals, all right? Three very distinct signals. The last time round, such a long red candle appeared. Here we go. I'm going to change my color into blue so that we don't mix up with the colors as shown between the red and green candles, all right? So here we go. This was the previous time round. There was a major red drop in candle, all right? Very similar drop in size. This was on another time round, second time, also the same height. And this was the third time right here, also same height. And all this we are just talking about similar to this height in drop, all right? So the previous three times, what can we learn from the three previous interesting lessons? Number one, mama, for every drop straight away, the next available trading day, there'll be a major rebound right here. So this is already kind of a proven. And then I will just kind of cut off. Now I'm going to go and test again on the second major drop right here. Second major drop right here. Here we go. The next day didn't have a strong rebound. And in fact, we just have a little, like a red candle right there. And then the next day, as in, I will count the drop itself as day 0, the next day as day 1, and on day 2, there's a green candle, right? And then you guys can see what the moment it drops, it goes bounce back, it always goes higher, right? So again, second time proven very, very nicely. Now we're going to go and test the third time round right now. And here we go. Again, 3 times in a row, there was a drop. And then here we go. The next day, on day 0 was the drop. Day 1 was the green candle, straight bounce up. Day 2, drop again. Day 3, bounce up. Day 4, bounce up. All right. So this is what we are expecting from the market at the opening bell right here tonight. And let's see how Omicron plays out. And first, let's understand the equity market. But this time round, this drop is the biggest, what we call a spike down. The previous time round, they didn't have a spike down. It was just like this. It was just like dropping like this, no major spike down. This time round, it is a major spike, all right? Now, this major spike, one primary reason, please don't panic. And the primary reason is half of the traders were on holidays. And half of the trading day on Friday was just half. It was not a full trading 9:30 to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We were trading only from 9:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And everybody just break away for holidays, all right? And that attributed to this major spike down right over there, all right? So this is number one. Now we're going to go into the number 2 reason. And Richard kind of spot on. Hey, we are looking at WHO, World Health Organization, on the update of Omicron. Now, in fact, on last Friday, they were still undecided. What is the name they're going to give it to this new mutation coming out from South Africa? And I think towards the close of the trading bell, then finally WHO announced that we're going to call this the Omicron. Now, a few things to understand about this very interesting variant. Here we go, all right? It's about the mutation. So I'm going to spotlight this part about the mutation, and this is the one that giving the markets the jittery effect right over here, all right? Let me read out to all of us. The Omicron has several mutations that may have an impact on how it behaves. For example, on how easily it spreads or the severity of illness it causes. Here's a summary of what is currently known, all right? So looks like the common symptoms included, you still have your taste, like what is reported right here from Australia News, and they call it the unusual but mild symptoms of Omicron, all right? So the usual taste of your taste bud, your smell, is still all there, all right? So you can't really detect that easily. So I'm going to pull out right over here, and I think it's found somewhere here. All right. Okay, here you go. It presents mild diseases. It presents mild disease with symptoms being sore muscles and tiredness for a day or two, not feeling well. So far, we have detected that those infected do not suffer the loss of taste or smell. They might have a slight cough. So any one of our friends, like while speaking, then you're going to freak out, right? That's the only detectable physical symptoms that we can see someone being detected with this Omicron. Now, the third point is what is going to make the market a big surprise right here tonight, all right? And that is, we are all awaiting with eagerness. I'm saying really, pun intended, with eagerness that the first South African strain will be discovered in the United States, either today or this week. We need this news to kick in, to absorb all these bad things that's happening, thereby bringing us to our third point right here, Mama. So this is the third point about the Omicron and its impact on the Bitcoin market, all right? So this is on a one-day chart, one-day candle chart, and I'm going to switch this kind of over to 1 hour. Bong, and we're going to see this beautiful U-shape, all right? So this U-shape started on the Thanksgiving Friday. That's on 26, 27, 28. Yes, Friday is on the 26th. Why? This part here I've already explained via the first reason, and that is the mutation coming from South Africa right in the middle of a Thanksgiving Friday trading morning. The entire market dropped, especially energy stocks. The only guys that is really pumping up are the pharmaceuticals, COVID-19 related vaccine stocks like Moderna, Pfizer, boom. Everybody just was shooting up like crazy, all right? But the whole market was just dropping right here, all right? So once it dropped, the market has absorbed. And you see this drop, I'm going to kind of box out for you. Kind of during this period, the stock market is kind of very linked to the Bitcoin market, all right? You see the timing is really beautiful, all right? So it kind of drop, drop all the way until 6 a.m. or 12 p.m. the next day on Saturday, which is Singapore time, 12 p.m., all right? So the market took some time to fully absorb, while some traders were scrambling back to their trading desk to put on their stop losses and all that. All this we'll talk about on last Friday. So after that, guess what? The Bitcoin repeated the same. Many people start to put on their stop losses, and the thing about stop losses is automatic. Once trigger another, and that's why you have this very crazy spiral down. And after that, the market kind of relaxed for a while. And guess what happened today? The movement up from the low point of 53,000, boom, all the way up right now to 58,000, which was a few hours ago, and finally settling down right now, 57,500, all right? So if you look at this and I zoom out one more time to the one-day candle, then you realize that, wait, the market has absorbed the bad news. This is what we need to study on the chart. All other indicators is just a fluff. Look at this clean, and I point to you where to look at. Bam, right over here. Look at the candle right there. Bong. Beautiful. Yes, fully absorbed. Bitcoin is resilient. And this is the point we have been talking about. The moment it kind of a straddle between 55,000 to 57,500, and you break away from this window, bump, it's going up for the moon. And that's the reason why the Thanksgiving kind of a really crazy weekend that we've gone through, market has fully absorbed. Today, we are right here back on track. Back to you, Richard.
Thank you, Dr. Clemen. Thank you for the analysis. So many of you, you've been looking at the chart every 5 seconds, 10 seconds over the weekend. So you don't have to do that. On the long run, it is a very bullish signal. Now, next is this. Now, Dr. Clemen, many successful people say this very common quotation that there are opportunity in crisis. So we hear this many, many times. And a lot of money are made during crisis. Now, question for you is, do you see like this Omicron and the recent dip of the market as an opportunity too?
Oh yes, Richard, you know, the moment the market drops, it is a buying spree for me. On last Friday, I was buying like non-stop. And that's the reason why we're going to list out a few examples. How do you react when there's so much fear in the streets? That's the time you've got to be super greedy. And when there's so much greed in the streets, that's the time you've got to be extremely fearful. All right, we're going to play along with these two analogies, and it's going to be a big takeaway for every one of you here today. Here we go. We're going to take a look at the first example right here. And this is coming from Mexico's third richest man advises, buy Bitcoin now, says US looking increasingly like a third world country. Now, he's going to put forward his argument, which is very, very reasonable. And that is also one of the theses that we are working on, why Bitcoin is a big hedge against the declining US dollar. All right, so we're going to go down right here. This is the mama statement, all right? And let me read out to you. Here we go. Salinas, the third richest man, commented that a weekly chart of the total value of the Federal Reserve's assets, less in eliminations from consolidation, which was updated on November 18. It shows total assets of more than $8.67 trillion. The billionaire tweeted, good old USA is looking more and more like any other irresponsible third world country. Wow. Look at the scale of fake money creation. Buy Bitcoin now. And he's pointing right there, mama. This is the highest at this point, $8.67 trillion. Now, there's only one trick to this, and that's the printing machines just keep printing nonstop. All right. So this is exactly what everybody is talking about. All right. And if you take off this argument, and he said that in August, the third richest man in Mexico tweeted, I think Bitcoin has a great future and it'll change the world. We shall see and we will see. So taking from this argument, we come down right now to another, this is not the richest man, but this is the most powerful man in El Salvador, the president himself. They went to buy 100 more Bitcoins as crypto market falls. Now you have a very active trading president. I've never seen something like this before. This is like mind-boggling. You know, his role as a president becomes a trader right now. So he bought 100 more Bitcoins over the fall of the week of the Thanksgiving weekend. All right. And he bought at the dip 100 extra coins acquired with a discount. So this is another example of a sovereign leader using the sovereign wealth to buy into Bitcoin. But this is really, I think, to the extreme that the leader is becoming the spokesman of the purchase, not someone else, not the Commerce Secretary or the Treasury Secretary. Then right over here, we have our granddaddy, Robert Kiyosaki, who influenced 3 generations of wealth aspirant individuals. Like myself, I was so inspired by his book called Rich Dad Poor Dad, and I decided to launch my first business. And he's telling everybody that he's buying Bitcoin and Ether as inflation escalates. Now, what I really like about this article is this. He mentioned about Dollar Tree. Oh my gosh, what a small world, right? And I'm going to read out to you what he mentioned right here. Dollar Tree becomes 1.253. Now, this part, most of you may not understand. In US, Dollar Tree means you step into the store, you can buy all things at only $1. And he has never changed his business model over the last 20 years. For the first time, because of supply constraints, because of escalating inflationary woes, they decided to increase by 25%. Now, when I say to you 25%, it's like mathematically or numerically, oh my gosh, it's like a lot of money. But when they tested out on the ground at the Dollar Tree stores, you're only paying $1.25 more. And they got such a freaking good response from the consumers. Guess what? The stock price went spiking up. So this 125 is their approach to tackle against the inflation, pass on the cost over to the consumers. Let me show you the stock chart of Dollar Tree right now. This is the mama stock chart of a company that increased the price by 25%. And it is relentless right now. Everybody's chasing the stock price at this moment. This is the mama moment, right? And what we did, we took on this idea and we decided to trade against it. I mean, we decided to trade together. We're not against it. Excuse me. So I'm going to just adjust my charts right here. And we come to this place on our worldchampionship.com. We search for DLTR. This is the ticker symbol of Dollar Tree. And guess what? Our students and myself, we are doing like crazy. We made profit on Dollar Tree. All right. We got the information and say, go, let's go for it. Even though they increased by 25%. So like myself over here, I done 3 trades. One, I made $3,150 in 3 hours, $1,020 in 1 day, $376 in 1 day. And all these are our students also trading on Dollar Tree. All right. So this is the exciting part. And I'm so happy that, Rich Dad Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki brought up this very, very important point. Now, let me continue with his statement right here. Back to our red box. Here we go. Inflation is a tax on the poor and middle class. Inflation makes the rich richer. Get smart, get richer. I'm buying more gold, silver, Bitcoin, Ethereum, rental, real estate, and oil. And oil went on a crashing on Friday. So we managed to pick up all the energy stocks that we have always wanted to buy. And finally, they dropped to what we call the diarrhea price that we wanted. All right. And this is exactly what Robert Kiyosaki is speaking about right now. So he's looking at the point of sharing this information. Bitcoin was trading at 56267. And of course, Robert Kiyosaki has been recommending Bitcoin for a certain time. But I think right now, he bring up a really word that most Wall Street legends would not want to mention. All right. So, right. Let me bring up right here. Here we go. In October, the famous Rich Dad Poor Dad author tweeted that President Joe Biden and the Federal Reserves are ripping off poor people, predicting that the US is sliding into a depression. Now, this is the word so far no one in Wall Street is talking about. First brought up by Robert Kiyosaki. He noted that Biden and Fed need inflation to prevent new depression, claiming that the two are corrupt. He warned that a giant crash is coming, followed by a new depression. He then recommended people buy gold, silver, and Bitcoin. All right, so Robert Kiyosaki is kind of on the doomsday camp, and then he end off right here. Fed wants inflation to pay that with cheaper dollars, noting that the Fed will raise interest rates, causing stock, bond, real estate, and gold to crash. And added the biggest problem is the boomer retirement, emphasizing that Social Security, Medicare, and American are broke. Noting that the Fed will print more fake money, he recommends investors to gold, silver, and Bitcoin. So these are 3 examples. Number 1, third richest man in Mexico. Number 2, president of El Salvador. And number 3, a whole generation key opinion leader, Robert Kiyosaki, all expressing their view, concurrently agree that Bitcoin is the way to go. Back to you, Richard. Can't hear you, Richard. You're muted.
Okay, good. So I said just now it was freeze for a while, but let me see. Yeah. Okay.
Were
good.
you coughing?
All right. So, yeah. So during the crisis, there's opportunity, right? So that's very good. Now, another country, very close to Singapore, that's very super positive in crypto and Bitcoin. That is Thailand. Yeah, so there's an article that came out that Thailand is super positive on Bitcoin. The governor is very super positive in Bitcoin. So, Dr. Clemen, because it's very close to here, we are all very interested. And what do you think? What is your thought?
Actually, Richard, this is the best time, Thailand should really work out its magic for tourism. I mean, they put up an article like this that says, okay, we're going to become a crypto positive society. Governor says crypto is the future, but it's not exciting enough. I was kind of like waiting for them to kind of say, hey, we are launching the Phuket coin or the Patong coin or the Sawadee Cup coin. And this will get people really, really excited. That means to say that it's a very simple 3-step formula to boost tourism in Thailand. Step 1, you arrive in Thailand, we're going to let you pass through the customs. Even if you have to quarantine, you'll be quarantined next to the most beautiful beaches in Thailand. Number 1. Number 2, while you're going through the quarantine, we're going to serve you with the Patong coin, the Phuket coin, and the Sawadee Cup coin. And you can use your coin to buy all the things that you ever wanted to buy in Thailand. And number 3, this is the best time to sell resorts. Real estate will be all-time low, and if they want to be a crypto city, come out the city whereby we can buy those beautiful resorts with cryptocurrency. And that's the reason why, they're going to attract all the crypto holders, and they say that, okay, if they can use their currencies here without having to exchange it or be faced with government taxes, then we create convenience for them. So they thought about it, but not really operationalizing it yet and to make it happen. So they got to iron out between their securities exchange and all that bureaucracy that they have to put that through, all right? So, but I think it is high time they need to rejuvenate the tourism industry in Thailand. Now, most of us been to Thailand at one point or a season of our lives. My first visit was to Phuket when I was still in the military. And I was like going through for one of my scuba diving courses right there. So fell in love with it. So beautiful place, all right? And the waters are clean. I mean, we dive down and look up. Oh my God, I can see the bottom of the boat right above. Totally clear water. So we really love it there. And right now, I think they are really, really hungry for tourists to be back in action, to start their spending again, to boost tourism. So I think this is really a welcome sign. But then again, what is the spanner in the blocks right now? The COVID-19 Omicron that's kind of spoiling the effect. So I think step 1, most governments in the world, they have already put a stop. They stopped accepting the travelers coming from South Africa and 9 other parts of Africa itself. That's what I last heard of. And number 2 will be tonight. Tonight, I think, will be the most important night to demonstrate whether the market will rebound. And we are waiting for the first announcement that Omicron has arrived in the soil of United States of America. Then finally, number 3 is what will be the potential statement will be put out by WHO. So if we trace back to February 2020, it is the same damn thing. Number 1, in February 2020, if I bring the recollection back for everybody, all right, I'm going to bring you all back to February 2020 because it's like people forget so easily, all right? So let me show you the charts back then. And I was trading through the market at a point in time. I can tell you exactly what's going on, all right? So right over here, right here on the peak, on 12th of February, where my crosshair is located right now, as I'm highlighting to you, right here, on the 12th, the Wall Street reached an all-time high. And then a few days after that, guess what? Our good friend from WHO announced that we have officially entered into a pandemic. And right over there, this is the point in time whereby the market crashed, literally crashed in front of everybody. Here we go. Boom. This was a statement from WHO. All right. So the statement from WHO, I urge all of you to really, really monitor closely. Go right here to who.int. This is the primary website. Subscribe to the news there, and I'm in the loop there. Any news that coming out from there, I want to be the first to know, to see what kind of surprises they are throwing into the market. Because if they announce this is the second wave of the pandemic, holy moly, that is Armageddon already. We're going to go back to year 2020 all over again. But I don't think so. Let me explain to you why. I want to put forward to you the following thesis. Number 1, the number of vaccinations across the world globally has gone up. into a healthy percentage. Like in Singapore, we are above 90% fully vaccinated with 2 boosts. And we are not even talking about the 3rd booster shot. Number 2, FDA, Food and Drug Agency, has recently approved Moderna as well as Pfizer to kind of roll out their 3rd booster jab. It is finally approved. That's why stock price of Moderna kind of shoot up right now. So the 3rd booster shot is to keep on keeping on the vaccination rate to the immune system of the people. And number 3, the world is clearly right now with very clear understanding. There are consequences for not putting on the mask. Now, of course, some people, they believe in the freedom of maskless, then they don't put on their mask. They face the consequences. It's a very fair game. But the world, through everybody's indoctrination, brainwashing, government messaging, already accepted the fact that you want to protect yourself, put on the mask. So with such a high network effects on the education, I believe that even with this Omicron coming on board, the disease will have a harder time fighting against us, the humans, because we are much better prepared right now for any Armageddon Black Swan event than ever before. Back to you, Richard.
Hey, thank you, Dr. Clemen, for that analysis and assurance. Now, as we know, India is going through a bit of uncertainty in the crypto segment, right? In our last couple of videos, we've been talking about, we've been bringing out news from India about banning crypto, like China, or possibly even regulate it. But no one is really for certain know what's happening until, of course, after the official announcement in the parliament debate. Now, while many investors are cautious about what's going to happen in India, a Singapore exchange from this very small country entered the India market. So the exchange is called CoinStore, right? So there's this article there. So what's your take on this guy that, you know, everybody is like not going to India or worry about India, but he jumped into India and start the exchange there?
Oh, yes, Richard, this is like mind-boggling and really fascinating, you know, entrepreneurs finding all kinds of opportunities in such a fascinating environment. Now, I have not heard of this exchange to begin with called CoinStore. I don't think most of you have ever heard about it. So I think step 1, I will treat this like a marketing PR kind of a gimmicky event that against all odds, this current crypto exchange decided to enter the Indian market, all right? So it's like more like opportunistic. Now, when they say Singapore-based virtual currency exchange CoinStore, I want all of you to understand there are many Singapore-based crypto-related, blockchain-related companies from Russia, Ukraine, Kazakhstan, to US, to China, to all over the world. Now, what does it mean to be a Singapore-based company, including Crypto.com? They simply register their company in Singapore's jurisdiction. Now, why? Because we have a great reputation, a reputation of trust, a reputation of we don't have corruption, a reputation of so easy to set up your business in 5 minutes. And we attracted a whole beehives of all of these companies from different parts of the world, establishing their office presence or their business presence in our sunny island. But that does not necessarily mean they're operating here physically in Singapore. They just got their company registered here. So this is the first part I want to highlight. And the second part right here, in fact, the second part, this is confirmed run by a Singaporean. I see a Singaporean name right here, Charles Tan, head of marketing. So I think it's Indian owners hiring Singapore folks to kind of package it, look like a Singapore outfit. And then you have a Chinese name, Charles Tan, heading the marketing, right? Kind of interesting, okay? And I don't think Charles Tan is physically in India right now, right? So, and as I go through this article, wow, they're going to recruit like 100 employees. Whoa, in India, it spent about 20 million for crypto, for marketing, hiring, and so on. Wow, this is like a big statement, and we really want to find out more about who is their backer, their money coming from where, and why are they expanding into Japan, Korea, Indonesia, Vietnam, or to so many other places, all right? So they need probably a very, very big war chest. So this is against the landscape of higher regulation, and companies like Binance right now is talking to regulator. But if they are Singapore-based, the first thing they should really work on is with the local monetary authority of Singapore. That should be their step one. But they decided to do in India for obvious reasons. Perhaps the founder's money is based back in India. So that's all that I want to comment about this company, because I never heard of them before, despite their big war chest, but kind of a big news coming up from the market. Back to you, Richard.
Hey, thank you, Dr. Clemen, for the analysis also. Now, last Friday, we end our session. If every one of you recall, we end our session with an article about Cathie Wood being, very bullish and positive about Bitcoin. Today, Cathie Wood make it again to our last question. Okay. Now we all know that Cathie Wood is very bullish about Bitcoin, and she forecasts Bitcoin going to hit 500,000. But today there's an article that says going to change this number. Okay. She says that her forecast is not going to be 500,000, but instead it is going to be 560,000. Bitcoin price will not just hit 500,000, but will hit 560,000. Now, question to you, Dr. Clemen, is what made her prediction credible? Now, is she really credible? Is there any historical successful prediction track record by Cathie Wood?
Oh, yes, Richard, that's a fascinating question, because we actually built a product out of Cathie Wood herself. I want to show you guys this product. This is a really mind-blowing product. But before we get there are 3 points kind of highlighted in this article. All right, so let me first of all set the stage and the framework. Step one, forget Cathie Wood 500,000 Bitcoin. Right now, the price target is adjusted to 560,000, all right? Now, there are 3 key criteria that Cathie Wood set up for her this newest adjusted prediction. So the first one, again, back to the Bitcoin ETF, spot ETF that all of us we are waiting for, including ARK Invest. They are also part of the queue to file for application to get their Bitcoin spot ETF approved by Securities Exchange Commission. They are one of the 20 over applicants right now, right? So this part is exciting. Now, that means she has vested interest to see Bitcoin hitting above the moon, and right now her price is 560,000. Now, the second part, we are talking about cryptocurrency stocks. And this is the part I want to highlight to all of us. We're going to look at the closest will be MicroStrategy, MSTR, and you can see right here, it is so correlated to the ups and downs of Bitcoin, right? So the recent dip resulted in the stock price of MicroStrategy from 900 kind of coming back to 650, all right? Now, the best price to buy this stock, I can tell all of you, that is exactly $500, all right? So right now it's dropping to 663, depending on how it's going to play out. But if Bitcoin is going to continue to straddle between 50,000 all the way to, I'm talking about 52,500, all the way to 55,000. All right, so that is the range. Let me pull out Bitcoin. I want to read out to you guys really correctly. So we are at 57,500. Yeah, we're talking about a 55,000 to 57,500, which is this range. 55 around here. All right. So if it continues to kind of straddle inside this period, this channel here, all right, the stock price of MicroStrategy will continue to fall, and we can possibly pick it up really cheap at $500. And that is the second point that Cathie Wood had kind of bring up, meaning to say all these companies, they refuse to sell the Bitcoin they bought, but they have the financial muscle to hold out when the price is depressed. And thereby, building on her thesis, she's confident that with more money managers allocating money into Bitcoin, the prediction of the price should go up to 560. The third one is the interesting one. about so many of them make so much obscene money in a short time. And typically they want to get into fine art as a way to show off. This is the latest trend right now. And I want to highlight to you guys a website to showcase how bloody rich you are with cryptocurrency. We go to this place called OpenSea.io. Now for OpenSea.io, this is the place to collect your NFTs, the best out there in terms of the collectibles. So if I go to like Sandbox or CryptoPunks is one of the very, very popular one right now. And you can see the price of a simple image like this would already be trading at how much dollars? What's the price right now? I can't see the price. Let me go back again. Price, I think about 6. I want to show you the more expensive one, the really crazy one. I think I saw it the other day. It's under top. Maybe I go to Sandbox or somewhere here. All right, I saw some really, really big, crazy one. Yeah, maybe this is about 200,000 and so on. All right, you guys go and play with it. And I'm really not into buying NFTs as a collection, but this is the place where, according to Katie Woods, people are spending their money on. All right, so you guys can go and check it out. Now, the third part, the final part I want to show you is whether what Richard is asking me is that whether Katie Woods is credible or not. So this is the part we actually built a software out of her. All right, so I'm going to show all of you guys. This software is found right here. We call it the Katie Woods software. Oh my gosh, this is so exciting time. All right. So I'm going to click on insider trading. And once we are into insider trading, the kind of deals that we do is we look for all of the stocks that she bought, especially the top 10 stocks. These are her top 10 stocks, all right, in all her portfolio, from Tesla, Teladoc, Coinbase, Unity, UiPath, Shopify, Roku, Square, Zoom, and Twilio. And then we come and look at the average price. If we can find a particular stock that she owns that's trading below her break-even price, like this one, Teladoc, she bought it, the cheapest was $146 per share. And guess what we do? We go and look at Teladoc, TDOC, and right now it's trading at $109 only. Cheap. All right, cheap compared to what Katie Woods had put in, and we're gonna make so much money. Now, how do we go about making so much money out of a single idea like this? I go back to my community right here and show you guys the obscene trades that we done with TDOC. Just one idea using the software that we built to kind of track her break-even price. These are all the winning trades coming from us trading together with Katie Woods. All right, this is how we make money with a credible all-time hedge fund manager of the year 2020, and today we are just making money off her like this. Very, very simple idea, and that's the reason why we believe her thesis that, hey, it's going to go to 560,000 is going to come to pass, because we have been trading on her idea not just in Bitcoin but also in the stocks market. Awesome, Richard, back to you.
Now, isn't Katie Wood the first person that predicted the price of Tesla to be 1,000 too?
She started with 1,000 and went up to 3,000. And right now, even as she's talking about Tesla, the amazing part, Richard, is that she has been selling the shares of Tesla. So I come back to our software that built around her, and I'm going to click on Tesla right here. And you see how we are able to detect the sell signal. Every single day, she is like selling Tesla right here. Dong, 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 dong. 63 million, 140 million, 23 million, 111 million, 71 million, 24.6 million, 19.5 million, and so on. Now, she is selling Tesla like crazy because, Richard, she made so much money from Tesla. So Tesla is a #1 stock in her entire 6 ETF basket of stocks. And that's the reason why she's able to finance using the profits from Tesla into all the losing money stocks that she is financing right now. But because her innovation is so far ahead, she's so far ahead of the rest, she has to keep financing the support of these stock prices. That's the reason why it's so important for us to know of all the stocks that she owns, which one are really bleeding very badly. Because why? When you want to make sure the price goes up, Katie Woods will be the one pushing the price up. And that's how we kind of make money together with Katie Woods. Back to you, Richard.
Thank you, Dr. Clemen. So let's finish this session here with any last word from you, Dr. Clemen.
Oh yes, we have been so excited about Katie Woods, and just now I kind of give you all the preview of the software that we built around her. As a result, we are launching a really exciting crypto class, the first of its kind in the beginning of 2022. I think it's on the first. Let me just check my days again. It's on the. Hang on a minute. It's on the first working week of January, 6 and 7 on January. We'll be going out there with a brand new crypto class. The demand is so high right now. I mean, we just announced it really softly, and so many people sign up for it. So I need the panelists' help right now. Can you all put out the extended Black Friday sales? We step into Cyber Monday today, and I think today is the final one already. They say Cyber Monday will be over in like 12 hours time. And then once this offer is over, too bad. There will be no more such deals as coming on board. I think right now we are just so excited about the cryptocurrency market. As what you have observed, all of you have observed in all our past videos, the Wall Street is let down right now by the federal government because they are not fighting inflation properly. As a result, Bitcoin becomes an interesting hedge for the top money managers of the world. And of course, with three really low-hanging fruit that's going to happen in the near future. Number one, Bitcoin spot ETF is really coming up next for approval. We are waiting for that to happen. It must happen. They cannot keep rejecting it, denying it, postponing it. Number two, we are officially in the week of December this Wednesday. Wednesday, we step into 1st December. As history shows, month of December is the time where price of Bitcoin starts spiking up. And number three, we're expecting a major rally, which is happening middle of December all the way to the Santa Claus, what we call the Christmas period. So these are the three lowest hanging fruit. But you know what? When you make all this money, your knowledge cannot be constrained or restricted to just Bitcoin. And that's why we are enlarging our scope of knowledge to transfer all that knowledge to you. We're looking at many other coins right now. I think this 2022, the start of the new year, will be a great start to expand our array of baskets of coins as we make so much money from Bitcoin itself. Yes, and please take advantage of this offer. You can go to the link right now, click on the Zoom link, on the Facebook link, and get to sign up before Cyber Monday ends of today. Yes, back to you, Richard.
Thank you, Dr. Clemen. And those of you who have some question, our team will come back to you right now and to answer all your questions. So there you are, Bitcoin journey to 100,000 on this Monday. So I want to wish you well, health, and happiness in your life, and this perhaps will be the greatest bull run of a big financial opportunity in our entire life. So till we meet again this coming Wednesday, wish you again well, health, and happiness in your life. Thank you so much.